week 5 of renovating this kitchen. We haven't brought anything new yet. Alright. It is what it is. Okay, so weeks 1 through 4 are going to be linked down below if you haven't caught up. We are renovating our original 1970s kitchen by ourselves. As you can see behind me, we have the studs. But today, what we're doing, it's Monday. What I'm going to be working on is taping off all of the entryways because we're going to be cutting out the drywall in the ceiling to get the mold off and to see what damage is up there because right now, it's still leaking. Something in there is still leaking, so we currently have an active leak where that big old pile of mold was. So we're gonna cut the drywall out to assess the damage. I'm scared. I'm scared.
For sure, I know what's wrong, what's leaking, but whatever.
We have like 100 nails on the floor right now.
Got like 100 more to add.
It's crazy. We already took out so many nails. They were just like nail happy when they were putting these cabinets in.
You took nails out already?
I took out so many nails from the actual panels, and then we had so many nails from the cabinets.
Small, and you can't use big nails to secure it, so you got to use little tiny.
Yeah, but we also have so many nails from the cabinets themselves. Oh, we called the plumber. He's on his way right now to fix this leak, hopefully.
See what he says. Literally half his job's done. There's no wall.
I forgot to mention this in the last video where we discovered the leak, but when the termite stations were being refilled outside, the guy told us that he saw water in the crawl space, so we called a plumber a few months ago to come look at it. He went in the crawl space, said there was no leak, but there is a leak, so we're calling back to come and see what's up, So now everything's open. He can't tell us there is no leak, so he's gonna have to face it on head first, you know what I'm saying?
You know, the worst part about this whole thing is the crawl space, right? So I went down there, and the way I found the leak is I had to crawl from one side of my house all the way to the other, then do a U-turn at the wall.
We do not need moisture. We already have enough humidity in North Carolina. We don't need that moisture, that water down there. There's mold everywhere in this kitchen, but we're gonna clean it up, whatever. We're gonna do something about it.
We're the right way.
We're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Oh, this is changing out the outlets. The light switches, we're changing them all white because right now they're a cream color and they're gross and we're changing them right now while we have no wall. Oh, don't tell me I gotta go get painter's tape in the garage. That's a bad boy. I need scissors. Why are you taking a break? Alright, before I actually start, this is kind of like behind the scenes because I gotta take small little clips for my YouTube shorts. Make it entertaining, you know? Taking those fire mini shots that you see in between the time lapse. Comment down below if you saw this shot on one of my YouTube shorts. Removing drywall was going to be a first for us, so based on all of the research and videos that I saw, it makes a big mess. So I was trying to avoid the particles, the fumes, the mess from going absolutely everywhere because we still live here while we are renovating this kitchen. Like I have mentioned before, we live here. We need to live with all of this mess. So I just made it a point to take the extra effort and tape off the openings to the other rooms in the house. I closed off the vents. All I did was put some plastic sheeting with blue painter's tape. I basically boxed in the room so the mess and the particles are contained in here. Something funny, when we first moved into this house, this was actually before we moved into the house, our realtor was terrified to walk into this house to show us the house virtually because this house had a door on every single entry and the kitchen was no exception. The kitchen was able to be fully closed off with doors and it was really creepy and I don't understand that. But we did take out the doors when we moved in, but they would have came in handy during this little project because we would have just been able to close the doors and be done with it. We have a small window to work with in this room, but the fan really helped us, and obviously cleaning as we go. I cannot stress that enough. The drywall thing was more of Elvis's thing. I was more like the prep crew, the cleanup crew, the moral support crew. That was me. Elvis was the guns. He did all of the hard work. We're cheering him on. Give Elvis a round of applause in the comments because he really did that. He took care of all of that drywall. He took it down. He got rid of it. A+ for Elvis. Elvis cut out all of the drywall so we can see what the damage was, and luckily he said there was not much mold and stuff on the actual studs. It was just the drywall. We are going to replace this drywall. That's why right now he only cut out the mold pieces, because we're going to replace everything. He sanitized the studs. He cleaned them out. We're air drying them now with the fan. We have the window open and everything sealed off. Tomorrow we're going to go to the store and buy all of the drywall for this room. It's going to be so heavy. We went to the store the other day to see, and that drywall was so heavy. We're going to get drywall tomorrow and all of the supplies so we can replace the drywall on the ceiling and put up drywall on the walls. Oh my gosh, we did some damage. We got drywall at Home Depot and this was so flipping heavy. We could only carry, I mean, we didn't carry it home, but we could only fit and carry and survive with this amount of drywall. It's probably gonna be good for the ceiling. And we also got all the supplies to hopefully put up the drywall. Let me show you what the plumber did today. Also, we got the Ryobi link system that rolls, because this is what our current situation is. Every time we have to come in here with tools, we have to leave them here on the floor in our detached garage. It's a little walk to get there. So there's the tools. We're gonna be putting them in here so it's easy to like go back and forth. So that is so cool. Look at this. We got the bottom one that rolls, and then the middle one is the 2-drawer system. We got the little one from top that has all the dividers. It was on sale too, so we might as well get it now. So yeah, the plumber quoted us like $29,000 to replace all of the pipes in our house because they're cast iron and they don't do that anymore. And he gave us like 4 other quotes that were crazy. As you can see behind me, we are currently on the last day of working on this kitchen for the week. So far, doesn't look like much has changed, but we did get the plumber in. He repaired the cast iron pipes. That's all we can do for now. He repaired them, and we got the drywall for the ceiling. So today we're gonna work on taking down the ceiling. We decided we're gonna take out the whole ceiling because obviously we had 2 major leaks on each side, and in the middle, some of the drywall was actually like sagging. So we need to get that fixed, and we don't want the popcorn ceiling in here, so might as well just take everything down, toss it, and install drywall because we're already gonna do it on the walls. Elvis is gonna come in here, start taking down the walls. We're gonna try to be as clean as possible and discard of everything. And yeah, that drywall was so heavy at the store. I'm gonna insert some clips right here of us struggling at the store. I could not believe it. I was so naive. I thought we were gonna go in there, get all the drywall we need super fast, in and out, come home, and set it up. I don't know what I was thinking, but again, I was humbled. It's really looking kind of gross right now, but I would be lying to say if I was not relieved that I was not partaking in this part of the project, and I was getting a little bit sort of a break from this portion of the renovation because Elvis was taking care of everything. So I was pretty happy that I could stand back and just be the cleanup crew. And after trying to hold that drywall at the store, I did not know what life was at that point, and I did not know, and it did not cross my mind to order the drywall for delivery or order the drywall for pickup. If you are in the market for some drywall, please do one of those 2 things and save yourself the hassle at the store. You will thank me later. And it's crazy to think that we have spent a certain amount of money already on this renovation and we are still looking like this. It's a little bit discouraging when you're in the thick of it, but I'm trying to remind myself there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and it will be when I get to cook in my beautiful kitchen, and it will be all worth it. But right now, when you're in the thick of it, it's kind of hard to stay positive, but there's no going back. So why even stress about it? We just gotta push forward, and this was a lot of mess. This was a big mess. This was definitely the messiest part so far. I think the tarp helped out quite a bit. There was still a lot that I had to sweep up. So we got rid of everything. I went ahead, swept all of the floors really good, and gave it a good rundown with that mop. But before we can actually start putting up some walls, we need to tackle our problems head first. I thought when the plumber was here, he actually fixed both of the leaks, but Elvis told me he only was fixing one of them, so the other one is left to us to figure it out. And Elvis said it's something that he will be able to do, and that was gonna save us money because the plumber visit cost us quite a pretty penny. So we will be fixing that on the next episode. Hopefully it goes smoothly because we need that fixed before any walls go up. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be stripping a kitchen down to look like this and doing it from literally from scratch, I would have laughed in your face. But here we are. I'm rooting for us. I don't know what we ate filming this week, but we had a lot of bloopers. So I'm going to leave you with some bloopers, and I will update you on week 6 on what we get done for the kitchen renovation.
Oh my god.
You have like no energy. Now Titus is eating. I can't record. Cover the
Freaking thick, daddy.
bro. Oh, that has my address on it. Behind. Oh. If you haven't checked out our, what was I saying?
You were pointing back here or something.
Oh, can you please stop?
Oh, I was trying to add effects to it.
Pete.
Trying to add effects, dude.
You can see all my nails right now from the pictures I have hung up.
You didn't hit a single stud, dude.
Dude, that's freaking magic, right? They're like all perfectly in there.
What do you mean perfectly? There's nothing perfect about it.
You're not supposed to hang them on the studs.
No, but you're also not supposed to use nails that giant.
That's all I
You're
had.
supposed to be using...
That's all I had.
What the
That's all I
heck?
had.
I can't think of the name.
I don't know why I'm talking so much today. I'm talking so much because I'm dreading to put this up. Alright, let's get to work.
Try not to complain.
What are you gonna complain about? No, you're a straight hater! And we should... Is that the plumber?
This might be. It says spam roast. Let me check.
Your head's cut off. Do you not see?
I'm like 7'4". I can't help it.
Oh my gosh.